right, everyone. Welcome to the Hoot Hop Show. With me, as always, my right-hand man to the left, C. Wayne.
What's up?
And, of course, Mr. BT Brennan Torres.
What up?
All right, so I'm not even going to worry about telling people what we're going to talk about because we have a lot that we've wanted to talk about. So why don't we do our normal thing and start it out in sports? Now I'm sending it over to Colby with sports.
Well, first off, the top 25 rankings. Disrespectful. I felt disrespected on the behalf of Oklahoma and Arkansas. Supremely disrespected. Arkansas goes in and manhandles Mississippi State, if you will.
I don't know if you can call that a manhandling, but we won.
I call it a manhandle.
I thought it was a solid victory.
It
I never
was.
at any point doubted.
I never
that
doubted
the Razorbacks
Arkansas.
were
No.
in any jeopardy.
I knew that.
I just don't. I mean, I think it was considerably better.
Oh, for sure.
Than we looked against, Auburn. But
Mississippi State freaking beat Kentucky, too. That's a great win. Mississippi State was ranked pretty high. They kept up with Auburn. Mississippi State's won a couple, unexpected ones in the SEC, kind of like Arkansas's lost some unexpected ones they shouldn't have. And then Arkansas gets stopped. They get 25th. Questionable because A&M is doing good. Arkansas beat A&M. A&M beat Bama, so that should make Arkansas look really good because Arkansas has not lost to Bama yet.
Yeah, I agree with you, but at the same time, they haven't had anything that's been remarkable since they got as far as they got.
Texas.
Since then, after they beat Texas and then going into the Georgia game, they've never really...
You're not the same after Georgia.
They don't have
Kentucky
the same
wasn't.
magic, at least as far as the voters.
right.
It's Texas, though. It's because they've lost 5 games in a row, so that makes it look like that win
like they didn't
matter.
really beat anybody important.
Well, but here's the thing. And this is something I was telling my wife this weekend before the game, is that if we won the game on Saturday, which of course we did, I felt like that set us up to be in a good place to beat LSU. And if we beat LSU, I feel like that sets us up to be in a really good spot to beat Bama.
If we beat Bama and LSU, we have a chance to go to Atlanta if the A&M loses their next SEC game, and so does Auburn.
Yes.
That's the only way, and that's going to be hard to have because that means
that's the stars aligning.
Yeah, it's going to take something like
I
that.
say
And
because
plus,
we still have to beat Bama.
yes, there's
That's
still
hard
that. That task is still in front of them, and
And
Nick
right now, all I
Saban's
want
never
them-
going to give you an easy one.
Yeah, the only thing I want them focusing on right now is beating LSU. You know what I mean? Like, let's just win another. Like at this point, I'm not looking for championships. I'm looking for a winning season and to win a bowl game. That's what I would love.
I
to see.
agree, because going into the season, there were so many questions we had at quarterback. We had such young running backs. There were a lot of questions about how well this team's going to perform going into this season with the games that we've had against Texas and Georgia and the Bama game. So they overall have performed very, very well and have met expectations, if not exceeded them. But it's really, at the same time, once they showed us what they could do, it really got us all excited for more.
Right. So anyway, Colby, go ahead, man. Sorry.
well, speaking of Arkansas, what I think is crazy is they have the toughest schedule every single year. Anyone in the SEC West has the toughest schedule, except for Alabama.
Right.
And then Arkansas was predicted to be halfway through the season. They were predicted to be 4-6, and they are 6-3 at the moment.
Yeah.
They're already 2 wins over, and they still have 2 more games. They were predicted to finish the year. I think it said 6-6, 6-7, something like that.
It could have been 6-6.
I think it's 6-6.
Yeah.
Well, I think they counted the bowl game. They said they would lose the bowl game.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
But we're already at 6 wins with 3 losses. So
Yeah. And I honestly do think we got at least one more win.
who's left? LSU, Missouri,
Bama and Mizzou.
We got to beat Missouri. Missouri's
Well,
bad.
we've lost every year for the past 5 years.
And if we've anything this season's shown us, we are up for the big games sometimes we're not.
Yeah, and sometimes we phone it in on the easy ones.
Auburn.
They had some help.
They did.
Not that I'm bitter, but I'm just saying 2 years running. Anyway, it was a fumble. Okay, it was a fumble. It was a fumble.
You know,
It
you're
was.
preaching to the choir here, brother.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
About the rankings, though. Oklahoma, number 8. Super disrespectful. They're undefeated. Apparently undefeated doesn't matter anymore. I get, you don't play the best teams.
No,
but does
you're
Ohio
right.
State play the best teams?
No.
And they're number 3?
Yeah, and I think that's
Does
where
Georgia play the best teams? No, they play the SEC East. That's as bad as the Pac-12.
I don't know. Kentucky's been pretty good.
Yeah, and historically, Florida's
Kentucky's
tough
first
and
wins were
Tennessee's
against
tough.
bad teams.
Huh.
Florida's
Vanderbilt
bad this year.
too.
Vanderbilt.
Florida's
Yeah,
bad.
Vanderbilt's
No,
never.
everyone's bad this year
Vanderbilt was
except
good
Georgia.
at baseball. Really
Yeah.
good at baseball.
Yeah.
You got to have a 35 to get in there with the ACT.
Into Vanderbilt.
Oh yeah, no, Vanderbilt's
Wow.
one of the highest academic schools in the country. So
Yeah,
they do
Georgia-
have that going.
Georgia's like a 34. Georgia's a
Really?
super smart school, yeah.
Yeah, that-
SEC East is smart.
SEC schools are surprisingly like their
The East.
acceptance.
The
are-
East, not the West. The East.
Yeah, let's not talk about
West.
the West. Bama,
Yeah, I should say you got Alabama, Arkansas,
Auburn, Mississippi schools.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah. The Gulf Coast? Nope. No.
Yeah, LSU.
Yeah,
For God's sakes, Ed Orgeron is on staff.
I got my prom queen with me.
That's
Isn't
another
that your
thing.
cousin Bev? Sure is.
Yeah.
That's another thing, though, that I think is a fair point. That going into this LSU game, this is a very important game to Ed because he's in the hot seat right now.
Well, he's
Yeah.
already leaving.
Is he?
Yeah, they already talked about parting ways after this season.
Oh, well.
Well,
But it was mutual. It wasn't
in
like
that
they
case,
kicked him
maybe
out.
he'll phone it in. We'll get an easy win. I don't know.
Hey, hey.
I hope so.
I doubt it. Anyway, keep going. We'll
But-
never get to sports at this rate.
So Oklahoma State's number 10. I will accept that because
Yeah.
that's the best they've been in a long time. But Oklahoma number 8, you're telling me they couldn't beat the brakes off of number 5 Cincinnati, who plays like Arkansas State all year, and almost lost to Tulane and Tulsa.
I don't know. I will go back to Boise State. Whenever you say Oklahoma against an undefeated team that they didn't take seriously, Boise State.
The rankings, it's just like Michigan.
So we're just gonna walk past that.
I just ignore that, okay? You want me to bring up the Cowboys the last 4 or 5 years?
You do every week.
I
Say
won't.
the past 20.
I won't.
Be realistic. I'm a fan, bro.
I
It's gonna be
refrain
And
from
we're,
it.
and don't worry, we'll get there. Pump the brakes, brother.
I got a little bit of respect for y'all, okay? But Michigan and Michigan State just beat Michigan. Michigan State just lost. And no, they're still 5 and 6. Got to keep the Big Ten this year. That's who we want in there. Bring them all. Iowa was number 1 for a while. What in the world?
I don't. You know what, man?
It blows my mind.
Listen.
And then Oregon. What? They lost to Stanford, who is a garbage time team. Arkansas would beat Stanford 42 to nothing in
Garbage
halftime.
time.
I'm just saying, Arkansas would beat at least 15 of the teams ranked in front of them. Oklahoma would beat 7 of the teams ranked in front of them. All of them. That's what that means. Oh, you would beat every team ranked in front of them. I personally believe that. Maybe 2 games it might take to beat them, Georgia. But
I don't think it's the way it works. So you got to take 2 games to
It's
win.
any
Hey.
given game, you know.
Arkansas, I think they beat 15 teams ahead of them.
Hey, that I with the ones that you've named off, you're right. There are very winnable games for Arkansas, at least where they're in contention in that game. So
Only
yeah.
teams Arkansas wouldn't
O-
beat, without a doubt in my
Oklahoma,
mind.
I
is
think
Georgia.
you're right. Oklahoma would pwn several of those teams, like no doubt.
I think Arkansas would pwn anyone in there except Georgia and Oklahoma. Ohio State would be close. I praise Arkansas this year. They're really good.
They are. I think they are.
They beat Texas the worst they've been beat all season. Anyways, enough with college. Lance, you can go with your cowboy crap.
Here's your shot, brother. If we
Uh,
didn't have a
dude,
good one, we got to eat some
Yeah,
crow this
okay,
week.
look, man. The Cowboys are bogus.
He's been waiting
man.
for this.
The Cowboys are bogus. Dude.
Skull,
Like-
skull, skull.
Look, I'm just saying, I'm a fan of the Cowboys. I have been my entire life since the days of Troy Aikman and all this stuff, right?
We them boys.
Yeah, but you don't know. We
Are we, though?
them boys.
We were them boys.
We them boys. We them boys. And, okay, that's. I mean, I feel like that's how every Cowboys fan greeted each other on Monday morning.
Yeah.
I guess the
Are you all right? I'm
Broncos.
yeah
The meme team,
Yeah.
as it were.
Yeah.
Turns out, nope, you were wrong. You were wrong, C. Wayne.
bro. This is so
The
bad.
meme team
like-
was in that game, though.
And the problem is
That's
Dak's
why we
back.
lost. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cooper Rush comes out, holds it together, gets a win. Dak's back, and we're like, "Psh, all good. And it
Even
just
the
wasn't.
announcers acted like they were just waiting for them to flip a switch or something.
Yeah. Well, the whole game they were like, oh, well, I hope they can hang on to this lead. And then the game ended. They're like, well, let's see if the Cowboys can come back. I was like, it's over. They don't even realize like the game ended.
It was like 30 to nothing, wasn't it, at halftime?
It was pretty rough. I don't remember the
It was
exact
bad.
scores, but look, the whole thing about Dak, the whole night, like everything actually looked really good, except for him. Like he's missing the mark all night. Now it might have been just sitting out and all that kind of stuff. Sure, shoulder injury, maybe. You know, there's tons of things that can you can speculate on. But what I'm telling you is this: maybe we should have gave Cooper Rush another game. Gave Dak a little more time
Or
to
another
heal
half.
up or something.
Give
You know
him
what
one
I'm saying?
half and give Dak the other.
something.
Yeah, because something didn't look right with Dax from the beginning of the game, but that defense was hanging in there and doing the best that they could to try to hold on as tight as they could until they just got overwhelmed because there's no point at that. The
Yeah.
offense was giving you nothing.
Well, and to, I don't know, not to completely discredit the opponent, Denver's defense looked good. It really did. It looked good. And it didn't help that, like I said, our passing game was just off.
Non-existent.
But, whatever. Broncos won, so that's 7-2. 7-2.
They them boys, Broncos.
Yeah.
They're like 3-6.
No, 4-6 now.
Now, I'm
Yeah.
still hopeful that they can turn it around and at least be a contender because throughout the most of the season, they have been one of the,
They
top
should be
teams
8-1
but- because the
respectfully.
offense has been dominant.
Yeah.
The defense has been holding their own.
Right.
But that Denver game and
I think we're still
Well,
in good
thank
shape,
God
though.
they're in the NFC East.
that's true.
Okay, but you can say all that, but it's the same thing as saying, like, oh, yeah, OU would beat everyone in the Big 12.
They
I'm
would.
Like, no kidding.
But
for
they
real?
show it. Oklahoma shows they'll beat anybody in the league.
The Cowboys are 7-2.
They are. I never said they couldn't beat anyone.
The first game they lost was to the defending champs.
Y'all
It was a
said
shootout.
Y'all
Yeah,
said
we lost by
hopefully they
3.
make or they're contenders. I'm like, well, they're no doubt contenders. They're in the
Yeah.
NFC East. They could suck and be contenders, but they don't
Well,
suck.
let's say they suck every year, and they at least make it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
But they don't suck now. That's what I'm not saying they suck. I'm just
No,
saying
I
they're in
mean-
the NFC East. It's a guaranteed playoff game, so that's what they should focus for.
It's
yeah.
true, but at the same time, there are a lot of gaping holes that they are in need of fixing right now. And sadly, part of it is a quarterback, and the question is why.
So, okay, Aaron Rodgers, who some on the internet had photoshopped hair on and called Karen Rodgers, with the I want to talk to the manager haircut.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's funny. But anyway, so Aaron Rodgers is in trouble because apparently they're trying to say he lied about being vaccinated. Well,
Yes.
That wasn't really what happened.
If you go back to what he said,
He said that he was immunized. I can't even say it.
Immunized.
Immunized. Thank you.
Immunized.
Jeez. Anyway, but because he was doing like alternative treatments, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. And he said everyone was just like, all right, cool, it's all good. And then they're like, hey, everyone's got to get a shot. Everyone's getting it. And he's like, oh.
well, I mean, look at last year. The Saints lost a draft pick over it. They broke too many rules. They took a draft pick away.
But
I think it's ridiculous.
here's my thing, man. What happened to being able to choose for yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to be mad at Aaron Rodgers, that's fine. Be mad at him, whatever. But like the fact that the man doesn't want to take, like, look at Kyrie. It's the same thing.
It is the same thing. And I think that's what it is he's become an unwilling activist in this whole situation to where he didn't intend to be a spokesman for his opinion and his stance on the
Right.
vaccination.
Right.
But at the same time now he has become that, and while he's trying to at the same time save his image because he's, got sponsors, State Farm, everything else.
Well, State Farm's already said they're staying with him.
Yeah, so he's trying to clear some things up. That's why he kind of tried to clarify about what he said, and he's also trying to own it because he's right. He did not tell them the truth, and
He didn't
he's
lie.
going to have to sit out. He had to sit out 10 days, whatever that suspension or
I know.
for testing for COVID. Yeah, he had to sit out 10 days, I think is what it was, because he tested positive. Yeah,
I don't know.
and it was like he attended a Halloween party or
Oh,
something.
my
Oh yeah, I mean, my God, God forbid that you go out and have a good time.
You enjoy your life as a
You know,
human.
I mean, but okay, that'll just lead us straight into the next one of the other things we said we want to talk about. Like, I'm sorry, I have always tried to be. My opinion's pretty clear, I think, most of the time. But like, I've tried to be middle of the road about a lot of things and tried to really understand. If you think that the geriatric that's in the White House is doing a great job, dude, you live on a different planet. Like these mandates now, how are you going to mobilize OSHA as like the business police? You got your business Gestapo running around. Let me see your papers. And if you don't have a vax card or a negative test from getting your brain jabbed or whatever, or what was the other one? It was like you had to have negative COVID test or vaccination. I think like masks and stuff too. Okay, so I'm going to break this down. This is. I think this is the first time we've really talked about
From a fundamental
We've-
standpoint.
We've, as a show, tried to not really get into this because everybody
right,
talks
'cause
about it.
everyone talks about it and no one cares. But here, I'm going to put my opinion out there
We
so
care.
everyone wants
Finally,
to.
I've been waiting to dig this
So,
grave.
all right, so check this out. Yeah, hey man, we'll all three dig one. We'll lay in them together. But
Please.
look, man, I am not anti-vax. If you feel like you should get vaccinated, you should get vaccinated.
Mhm.
Agreed.
Your own health. Care about your own health.
I am not vaccinated. I have no plan to become vaccinated. Is it because I think they're microchipping me? They're putting it in so they can track me? No, I have AT&T for that.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do I think, it's the mark of the beast? No, I don't think that either because I'm not a crazy person.
Yeah.
I'm a Christian. I'm just not a crazy person. That's crazy. Get out of here with that, it's not because of any of that. It's because, honestly, it's as simple as this. Whenever I was in the military, every single year I got a flu shot, and every single year I got the flu. Okay, so after I got out of the military, I stopped getting flu shots, and every year since then, knock on wood, that this year is not the one that changes, I haven't gotten the flu. So when they're like, hey, you should get a COVID vaccine, I was like, hold on a second there, fellas. I don't, no, I'm good, thank you. And they're like, well, we're going to force you. And I'm like, I doubt it. No, I
Yeah,
thought-
I'm pretty good at this distancing thing.
Yeah,
like, you can stay
like,
the hell
I-
away from me.
People are like, you have to socially distance. I'm like, okay. No, bro, you realize you had to call me to tell me that, right? Okay.
You
we're
had to
fine.
catch me when I came to town.
Yeah, right. I live off in the woods, man. Nobody cares. Like, I'm not going to give the cows COVID, or if I do, no one will care about that.
The
Go
potatoes.
vegan. Anyway.
The potatoes got the COVID.
I think I saw the video you're talking about. The potatoes got
That's
to
funny.
go.
Oh no, the potatoes got the COVID.
That's funny. But, okay, so basically the way I'm understanding it, and look, man, I could be so far off base with this, but, I read about it on the internet. So, obviously, it has to be true. No, actually, it was from a credible source and everything, incredible site. I mean, but,
Wikipedia.
yeah, Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
Man. Yeah. No, but look, apparently this Wikipedia was a pretty
Come
good
on.
joke. I'm gonna give you that one. That was a pretty good one. But anyway, so apparently what it is just saying that corporations that have more than 100 employees will be required basically to report to OSHA about your personnel and whether or not they are vaccinated or non-vaccinated. If they are the non-vaccinated, they have to do weekly tests and they have to mask up while at work. Okay.
And the only exempt people are remote workers.
Exactly. There is no more religious exemptions, anything like that. Whatever. Of course.
Which goes against the whole reason the United States was made.
Well, yeah, being forced to do something you don't want to do.
Well, the
and-
religion thing too, because that's what it was kind of founded off
Well,
of.
that's why Protestants that are
What
so
was the freedom
uptight
of-
that they're fleeing the.
It was a. It was a.
That the Catholic
The
Church
Catholic
of England
Church-
was
Well-
too like, ooh, I don't know.
What I'm saying is
They're
like
too liberal for them.
It was a religious freedom kind of thing. Like the religion played the part. Like your religion matters here, but now it don't apparently.
Well, look,
But that's a
here's the
touchy
thing. There's no way that you, me, BT, anybody could sit here and tell you what in today matters.
Yeah.
Okay? Because tomorrow, we can tell you what, at the end of the day, we can tell you what mattered today, but we can't tell you what's going to matter tomorrow because everyone has a soapbox. And don't get me wrong, I support anyone's, the freedom of speech thing is there for a reason too. You can't support one constitutional right and then be like, you shut your mouth. I mean, that's not the way it works.
It's all or nothing.
The same way that I can voice my opinion right here, like someone with an opposing view of mine.
Cowboys suck. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. I disagree with that. But you know what? We're both entitled to that, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, getting back on the thing, honestly, it has nothing to do with the vaccination. It has nothing to do with vaccines. It has nothing to do with that. What it has to do with is the government overreach in
Like
order
trying
to
to
make
control
sure
everything.
that you will comply.
They're telling us what is good for us, whether we like it or not.
Right.
Which they do not know.
It's like, hey, you're going to be able to do this. Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, you misunderstood me. You're going to have to do this. Well, I don't want to do that. Okay, you're going to do this or else. Okay, so if you need to know where we're at in that scenario, we are at, you're going to do this or else.
Like the hurricane thing he mentioned 2 weeks ago.
Or if you're that big company that you referred to, you will be subject to fines until those employees are up to code.
Bro,
Who's getting sick
if
from
it's,
them?
If it's accidental, like an overlook or something, someone slipped through the crack, you can get fined $14,000. If you find out that you're doctoring forms to keep someone at work, they can fine you $140,000 per day. That's the way I understand it. That part might not be correct because that seemed outrageous, and then I thought, well, I mean, it's the government working against the people, so nothing's too outrageous. But I don't know, man. I've rambled on. Y'all give me y'all's
What
thoughts
happened
on
to legislation can fight? Like, how all three
That-
of the branches can balance each other, but it don't seem like that.
No,
it
you're,
seems like
that's not
you're
the way it
right.
is anymore.
And that's
seems
what
like the
it's-
leftists are controlling Biden and Biden's controlling everything.
that.
He don't know what he's saying. His source is Wikipedia. That's where he gets all his bullcrap from.
No,
Instagram.
he
gets it from
he
Instagram
does
and
not.
Twitter.
He doesn't know how to use the phone.
He gets it from Rachel Ray's Instagram.
Rachel Ray's it. What is Rachel
She's
Ray?
a hard
commie?
leftist.
Is she?
At least that's what I saw on her
I
latest
heard
post.
she was Q.
She was cute. Yeah, she's the one feeding Alex Jones all his juicy stories. It's Rachel Ray. Of course, I don't think her voice sounds like that anymore. Or what?
I think
Or
it still
ever.
does sound a little
Oh, does it? Okay, good. I just always
Maybe.
remember, hey, welcome to Cooking with Rachel Ray.
I
I'm
love
like,
that stuff.
golly, bruh. But anyway.
I just think it's ridiculous. Like Biden, I've said this before on the show, but you have two choices. You can either get vaccinated or we'll make you get vaccinated. Like,
Right.
that's not a choice. That's a threat.
He has been saying, Colby has been saying this
Yeah.
for
And
months.
if you threaten
so-
someone, it's not going to end good. You come down to the South, it's not going to. It's not going to be. It's not. You're not going to get here. That's the thing. You're not going to get down here.
Here's the thing.
You'll get carried on a
You
casket down
already
here.
have larger companies that are filing class action lawsuits against the federal government right now. Okay, and they'll, if someone has enough money to back it, they'll fight it all the way up to the Supreme Court. And guess what? It won't be upheld because it's not constitutional. It's just not. It's not constitutional, so it won't be upheld. What this is right now is just like hey, this is happening, to where you can get enough of these, Coca-Colas or Nike or a lot of these, for the love of God, Apple. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of these woke corporations. It's just to get them on board, get them pushing your stuff, and then whenever it all falls through, to be like, well, no harm, no foul. You've already done what we wanted you
You
to
get
do.
the trickle down effect from that too, because you get every celebrity that is sponsored by said companies are going to
Yeah.
back
Because
the
they have
same-
to, or they'll lose sponsors.
It's
At
true.
some-
They
at
can't.
some
And look,
point,
look
though-
what's happening with McConaughey, and he's taken a stance against vaccinations and masks, and now he's being raked through the coals.
Because
Well,
they
yeah, but
don't
you know
work.
what?
It's taking a
But-
stance against what other people, like your sponsors,
Right.
believe.
But here's the thing. Matthew McConaughey doing what he's doing, and he's losing money over it.
Yes.
Good on him. He was look. It doesn't matter what side of the fence you're on.
Yeah, he doesn't
You
care.
can respect what he's doing because he says, "No, I believe in this enough. I'm willing to sacrifice for it."
They don't respect it though. It's not their way.
No, I say. I'm trying to figure out how to word that because I don't want to come off as just like, yeah, man,
They don't
everyone
care
on the
for
left is a bunch of dummies and they should get out,
But yeah, come on.
But come on, you heard me. But no. What I'm saying is like, a lot of times, you're correct. Respect does not matter. And like some of the best things. Okay, let me ask you this, Brandon. I'm asking you directly to see if you remember. If you don't, it's okay. Do you remember what the 4 points of the diamond are? The Brotherhood Diamond. It's love, respect, honor, and loyalty. Those 4 things used to mean something to a lot of people. Dude, that's how the country was built, bro. Handshake deals built the country. Aaron Rodgers is being raked through the coals right now for standing up for what he believes in. And I don't know Aaron Rodgers, so I can't really say, but what I'm saying is I'm afraid that he's going to go, yeah, you know what, not worth it. Okay, I'll play your game, whatever you want, just give me my money. You know what I mean? Where McConaughey has had success for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And, also is a professor at UT. Has other things going. He's an author. You know what I'm saying? So like he's not. I don't think he's sweating it too much. You know what I'm saying?
People
I
think he's just the dumb hey or
Be a lot
what is
cooler
it?
if you did guy,
Yeah,
you
they
know?
think he's that guy, and he is, but at the same time, he isn't dumb.
No. Keanu Reeves said it best in Speed when he's talking about Dennis Hopper. He said it makes him crazy, not stupid. So I think that's where McConaughey falls. It's just kind of nuts, not stupid by any means, but you know, I mean, what do you think, dude? I mean, you're a liberal. Why don't you tell me what you think?
Yeah,
I
Brandon.
completely disagree with the mandate. It offends me that it's out there, and I don't agree with it. I am vaccinated. It doesn't matter. I got the vaccination because I wanted to. My employer didn't make me at the time. I
Right.
mean, I think now they would, but
Probably, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I don't intend on getting a booster.
Right.
I'm not so far nothing has happened from the vaccination. Like nothing. I wasn't even one of the people that got sick from it. So I don't care so much about the vaccination. I do get my flu shot. I've got sick getting a flu shot. I've got sick not getting a flu
Right.
shot. It doesn't matter. I'll get the flu if I get the flu, whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't agree with forcing anybody to do anything like this. This is ridiculous. This is an overreach. This is overstepping. I'm greatly offended by it. And the people that were offended by the things that Donald Trump would say, this is actions that are just as damnable. It's just
they're more because it's action.
It's worse than him sitting on the toilet on Twitter going,
Yeah, I mean, dude, look, man. Yeah, Trump was a douche, man. Everyone knows
China.
that. Yeah, China. Okay. That's where the virus came from. That's why I keep calling it the China virus. Okay.
But
that was funny, though.
It was pretty good. But look, like it's worse because Biden is actually like he's not saying much of anything that's coherent.
You barely hear anything.
I'd rather listen to a 2-year-old talk.
Oatmeal.
Well,
That's
he
pretty
speaks
accurate.
to Psaki, but doesn't say anything. Talks in circles.
Oh,
He
got
falls
circle
asleep
back,
at meetings. There's a video of him falling asleep
That
at a
was
meeting.
at the climate change thing. I'm sorry. There was a whole article about him farting at the climate change thing in Glasgow. And like the big joke was like the U.S. president emitting more carbon into the atmosphere. Sorry.
Perfect.
I thought it was funny. Anyway.
It is funny. It's just if people were offended by the image of what we've been represented the past few years, how do you think we look currently? We kind of look like we're ridiculous.
So here's the thing. Here's what I've learned, especially in, just from me and you talking so much, is that the vast majority of people, politically speaking, are kind of just like in the middle. Mm-hmm. Like they don't care about left. They don't care about right. They want what's going to be prosperous for a people.
Yeah, or their religious beliefs, because I understand that's a big one with you as well. Like that's one thing we don't see eye to eye on. I'm not a Christian, so I don't have the same ideologies that you do.
Not yet.
But I'm not going to
Roll Tide.
ever belittle you, talk down to
Right.
you, or speak negatively of how you believe, because I don't think that's right to do.
Right. Well, and it's just the same thing. I can make that joke all day, but like, the best thing I can do to witness to you is to love you, and just be your friend.
You always have.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's the best way to witness to somebody is just always be there for them. When they ask you, why do you care? Because, man, there was somebody a long time ago that cared about me. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, so the mandate thing is bogus. And like I said, and it's not going to hold up.
There's multiple states suing right now.
Oh, yeah. There's multiple states. There's multiple corporations. This ain't going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And look,
Unfortunately, neither
all I'm
was
going
Biden.
to tell any
Or
leftist
COVID.
that might hear this, or any of you good people that do listen to this, and you've got a leftist friend somewhere, just let them know. If you want Trump, this is how you get Trump. This is how you get
Right.
someone as crazy as Trump.
I believe I said the same exact thing to my wife this afternoon. Was
Yeah.
like, if this is what you want, this is perfect.
Yeah,
perfect.
I'm
This is
about
the
to say,
perfect
yeah.
storm, and you
Because-
can't even be mad about it.
Yeah, well.
Well, somebody can.
I'm going to say, I swear to you, I'm going to be. You know what I mean?
At the same time, yeah, but level-headed me, no, I can't even be mad at it because, why? Why? Nothing he has shown has given me any faith of anything that had been promised while campaigning against being anti the previous regime.
Right.
It's not. is this the paradise you were?
He's
promising us?
anti-U.S. United States. He's pro-communist.
Well, here's the thing. It's actually not that. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. Okay, so you got Joe. I'm gonna take you through a day in Joe's
Joe
life,
and the
okay?
hoe.
You know, no one's seen her in like forever. Probably because she's off in a corner somewhere laughing like the Joker. Anyway,
She's controlling him, but that's
anyway. But look, what?
yeah.
What'd you
He
say?
don't know what he's doing.
Oh, okay.
He's ran by her
okay,
and Pelosi.
Okay, I heard something different. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But anyway, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, a day in the life of Joe. Okay, so here it is. 5:30 a.m. Peepaw, peepaw. What is it? It's time to get up, Mr. President. Oh, it's peepaw. He's like, no, I was saying, Mr. President, come on, we have to go. You have a meeting in 3 minutes. I need my oatmeal.
Soybeans in the field.
You know what I'm
Just
saying?
random stuff.
And then it's like, you have a press conference. Like, oh, all right, I'll go. And they're like, Joe, these are your answers. Just answer these questions. All right. Who do I ask? They're on the card. All right. Joe, how about you? And you'd be like, no, you're Joe. Stop. And look, okay, obviously I'm having some fun. But, man, some of these press conferences I've seen, I've been like, bro, y'all, somebody help your mans up.
Like, you can see him trying to remember what they wrote because he doesn't understand what he's trying to say.
Right.
Like, he don't know what.
He's just trying to make sure that he's following the spin control that's been put out there for him to try.
I think
Absolutely.
he's kind of threatened. I think he has to say this or he might get
It's what all
someone's behind him.
presidents do, though, is they try to validate the things that they've said or the things
Sure.
that they're doing. But the problem is when he does it, it doesn't make me feel any better about the decisions that are being made.
Well, because whenever someone asks him a very pointed question, it's not just him, okay? It's not just him. But when you get asked a pointed question and you kind of just like don't answer it, just talk for a minute and don't answer it, you're like, I'm not even talking. Obviously, I'm opposition, okay? Obviously. But I'm talking about even for you, someone who I'm assuming is probably in his demographic during the time of the election. I don't know. It's not my business. But you know what I'm saying? You got to be looking at him now going like, bro, I mean, like, you got to show us something. We got to do something. You know what I mean? I don't know, man.
He's shown you nothing. Even his foreign policies for defense.
Bro.
Do we not remember what just happened?
Yeah, for real.
I remember those videos.
Oh, yeah. All right, so let's jump off of political stuff and, the dark and dreary and all that, whatnot. But I want to tell you guys, yeah, okay, I'm sure everyone's heard someone like, oh, every day I feel like I'm turning into my dad, more and more into my dad.
I hear it. I see it.
Yeah.
Or at least my grandpa.
Yeah, right. Bro, I know that I am turning into my dad because, like, I'm essentially a younger carbon copy of him, at least in the way we act and stuff. I don't really look like him, but I act just like him. At least that's what I've been told my entire life, right? So my dad does something this past weekend, though, that I feel like I hope doesn't start happening to me anytime soon.
Would you take a nap at 2:00?
No, I love taking naps at 2 o'clock. Get out of here with that. What are you talking? I don't take naps. I wish I did. Anyway, no. My mom calls me, and she says, hey, Lola, who is my parents' dog, she says, hey, Lola, like, slipped out the door, and your dad can't find her, and he's kind of upset. I was like, okay, well.
He loves those tiny dogs.
Yeah, man.
I like tiny dogs,
Yeah,
too.
he's a huge dude, and he loves that little 5-pound Yorkie.
Yeah, mini schnauzer Yorkie thingy.
Yeah. So anyway, I was like, okay. So I came back up to Lavaca and was like, hey, Dad, I'm going to help you look for Lola. He's like, all right. So he gets in the truck with me, and we go driving around neighborhoods, just close by stuff to his house, looking. Nothing, man, nothing. Luckily, nothing on the road either. But we just don't see her. So I was like, all right. And we get back to his house, and he was like, well, I just don't know. I don't even know where to start looking. I was like, well, she's a dog, man. She's probably gonna come back. He's like, yeah, I hope so. I said, okay. I said, well, do you want me to keep looking? He said, no, go home. I'll let you know if she comes home. I was like, ah. So my mom calls me. I don't know, a couple hours, 3 hours later. She had gotten home from work, And dad, like, yeah, you would have to actually see my dad. My dad is 6'1", 6'2". Well, we'll just say he's a big guy. My dad probably wouldn't appreciate me putting his weight out there, but he's a
healthy.
really big guy. You know what I'm saying? Like you could like put a white T-shirt on him and a projector, boom, watch a movie on his back. He's just a big guy. And like I said, like he was just heartbroken. Just heartbroken because his dog ran away. Like he loves him, you know. And like I think it's awesome. I think that's a good thing, right?
Absolutely.
So anyway, sorry. So my mom calls. She says, "Well, I thought I'd let you know that Lola came home." I was like, "Oh, good. I was worried about Dad." And I said, "Well, did you guys find her or did she come home?" And she's like, "Well, I found her." I said, "Oh, good." I said, "Where'd you find her?" She goes, "Back bedroom." He just had her locked in a bedroom, bro, and like.
Forgot?
Yeah. Well, he said that he opened the door and like hollered at her and like she just never came out. So he just closed the door back and she was in there, I guess asleep or something, but it was good times.
Oh my goodness. That's so sad.
Yeah, that's good times, man.
You got that to look forward to.
Yeah. Well, and I catch myself
forgetfuls.
already. Yeah. See, that's the thing. The forget me Mary thing. I do that a lot. Like I'll walk into a room and be like, why am I in here?
I do that almost every day. I'll walk into the bathroom.
So
I'm
like I
do
just
that in the middle
know.
of a conversation.
That's, yeah. I'll just be like, so wait, what am I doing here? But anyway, for one thing, that's a 5-pound dog. My dog's 80 pounds. I shouldn't lose him in the house. I could, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. I just thought that that was a funny story. My dad getting heartbroken, and then finding out the dog was never lost. So it's like a Hallmark movie.
Or at least the skit on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. Saturday Night Live. That used to be a funny show. Anyway, man, you got anything else you want to throw in?
No, brother, I'm good.
All right. Well, this has kind of been a dicey episode. I feel like I've misstepped at some point. I'm just not really getting my groove back. But I don't know. Maybe we'll figure it out. See, Wayne, you got anything to add?
Nope.
All right. Well,
Trump 2024.
Oh God. Yeah, it's going to be huge. Okay, it's going to be better than it's ever been. Anyway, we're going to build back better. I'm like, nah, don't. To build back better, that's not a good slogan for you. Anyway, what are we doing again? Oh yeah, I'm going to say goodbye. Hey, quick shout out to this bonus episode this week. So enjoy it. Find us on the socials, like us, follow us, listen to us on any podcasting platform at this point. And make sure to download, subscribe, send us messages. I want to know what you want to know about. I want to know what you want to hear discussed. I want to know what your hopes and dreams are. I don't care. Just tell me something. Anyway, love you guys. From Mr. BT, from C. Wayne, and from myself, Hoot Hobbs, good night.